Hi, it's Mayor Hamilton. I'm really glad to be with you on the Bloomington Fire Department annual award ceremony. Obviously, like many other things, different this year, but your work continued day in, day out throughout the last year. And let me just first say thank you, thank you, thank you for the way you've helped protect our community through an extraordinary year in so many ways and help protect each other. This has been very challenging. The fire department's been in the middle of a lot of those challenges, and thank you so much for all that you do for that. I can't be with you in person. I know we're doing the award ceremony differently this year. I love the regular one. We'll hope to get back to it next time. But in the meantime, congratulations to all from Firefighter of the Year, Life Saving Awards, other citations, service awards. Congratulations to everyone. Thanks to all of you who make the Bloomington Fire Department one of the very best departments in the state, in the country. We're so proud of what you do. And congratulations to all those who are recognized this year for your extraordinary and special efforts. But of course, to all of you, many thanks on behalf of the community. Enjoy this ceremony, different though it is, and we'll look forward to being together again soon. Mayor Hamilton, on behalf of the whole community, thank you, Bloomington Fire Department.
2020 is a year that many of us will never forget. There have been some of the strongest and best examples of what it takes to be a community service provider, and there have been many challenges that have shown us some of the lows of our society this year. For us, this moment in time is just for us to celebrate those that rose to the top and for those that did something above and beyond, which is really saying a lot from a department that spends their entire time saving lives, protecting property, and really focusing on serving the community. I will tell you, as the chief of this department, I'm proud of the membership of the department. And while we are here to represent and recognize a few members that did stand out above and beyond, it does not mean that we forget the sacrifices that our firefighters make every day. Everything from missing birthdays and holidays to one extra shift of overtime that just disrupted your entire family's life. Our day-to-day sacrifices are something to be proud of. They are something that we should celebrate. And then for today, we need to celebrate, again, those that went above and beyond. So this year, we have a few awards from life-saving and company citations. That'll be from a result of some life-saving activities that happened on December 31st. We also have Veteran Service Awards, which are awarded to those that are at or above 20 years of service. I will recognize this year that we have several that are pending retirement, and we don't foresee them not being able to leave in good terms, but we also did not want to wait an entire year to bring them back and try to celebrate. We will have a Fire Chief Recognition Award, and this is for some individuals that went above and beyond during the pandemic to keep the department running, and that really focused on making sure that we continued our core mission. And then last but obviously not least, we have our annual awards, which is our Firefighter of the Year, Fire Officer of the Year, and as needed, the Robert Bob Levisic Service Award. I will point out for the years that we received several nominations for both of the Firefighter and Fire Officer of the Year. And while the nominations from the winners were the ones that set them out above and beyond, any one of those members could have received that award. So with no further ado, I'd like to go ahead and get into the virtual presentation of our 2020 awards from Bloomington Fire Department. 4 members of the department are being recognized for their dedication and professionalism demonstrated during the 2020 global pandemic that provided for the safety of the community and department membership. Actions that directly resulted in maintaining continuity of operations and prevented significant disruptions to the department's mission. These 4 members are Deputy Chief Jamie Washell, Battalion Chief of Training Tanya Daffron, Fire Logistics Officer Bob Levisic, and Captain Max Litwin. The Veteran Service Bar is presented to a member who served the department until retirement with no major disciplinary issues throughout their career. We have 2 retirements in 2020, one of which was recognized in last year's award ceremony. The second is Jeff Pershing, who served the citizens as a member of the Bloomington Fire Department for 35 years. Knowing that we have 3 additional retirements in less than a month, it was fitting to also recognize the additional members in this year's award ceremony. Stephen Coover is retiring in March after 25 years of service. Mark Hord is retiring in March after 34 years of service. And Jeff Kerr is retiring in March after 34 years of service. We celebrate their years of dedicated service and hereby award them the Veteran Service Bar. On December 31st, 2020, Bloomington Fire Department responded to a report of a residential structure fire. Crews arrived to find smoke showing from the front entryway of the apartment. The successful operation resulted in the saving of a trapped civilian victim. The crews from Battalion 1, Engine 5, Truck 1, Squad 1, and Engine 4 made this rescue possible by continuing the other important actions on the fire ground. For these actions, Sergeant Casey, Firefighter Deck, Probationary Firefighter Staggs, Chauffeur Monday, Engineer Reeves, Captain Hayes, Chauffeur Dane Young, Sergeant Volrath, Sergeant Niebel, Engineer Johnson, Sergeant Coons, Engineer Epler, Engineer Hinkle, Captain McKnight, and Battalion Chief Roger Kerr are hereby awarded a company citation. On December 31st, 2020, Bloomington Fire Department responded to a report of a residential structure fire. Crews arrived to find smoke showing from the front entryway of the apartment. While actively engaged in mitigating the emergency, Engineer Moran located an unresponsive victim. Engineer Moran, along with probationary firefighter Tracy, initiated the rescue and were assisted by Captain Zeeks and Captain Pittman. Their actions resulted in the saving of a life and by definition meet the criteria to be awarded the life-saving award. In 2020, our department was confronted with several challenges. However, there was one that we could not rise to meet without the direct intervention of Battalion Chief Neville Vaughn. Budgetary restrictions caused by the 2020 pandemic left our members without replacement high-visibility coats. However, Chief Vaughn is someone who believes in finding another way. By working with the local Council of Women and Bloomington Health Foundation, Battalion Chief Vaughn was able to secure the funding to ensure every member of the department could have high-visibility coats. While this in itself is enough to earn the Lovisic Service Award, his past accomplishments have secured this award. Some of his past accomplishments: he served on the Union Executive Board from 1998 to 2013. During that time, he was the treasurer for 4 years, the vice president for 12 years, and he worked with 6 union presidents. He's a founding member of the Union PAC Committee. He's a founding member of the Color Guard and Honor Guard and Pipes and Drums. He posted the colors many times at events, fundraisers, and ceremonies. He stood honor guard and played the bagpipes numerous times at retiree funerals and at the National Fallen Firefighter Memorial in Maryland. He boasts as having the distinct privilege of performing honor guard duties at the sitting Indiana Governor O'Bannon's funeral in his hometown of Cordon, Indiana. He's also credited with organizing the inaugural 4th Street Festival fundraiser for the Union's annual Shop of the Firefighter program. And he's volunteered for various fundraisers throughout the years, benefiting outside agencies, some of which include United Way, CASA, Red Cross, Ivy Tech Community College, the 100 Men Who Cook, Boys and Girls Club, Chamber of Commerce, Meals on Wheels, Community Kitchen, March of Dimes, and MDA. It is with great humility that I know Battalion Chief Neville Vaughn will accept the 2020 Robert Bob Lovisic Service Award. Gabriel Moran, who prefers to go by Gabe, is someone who consistently performs well and never expects any recognition. He embodies our core values and, based solely on my recollection, may have the highest number of lives saved versus years worked ratio of anyone who is currently employed at BFD. Positive, professional, outstanding, and knowledgeable are words that his battalion chief used to describe Gabe in his 2020 nomination. However, from my experience, they also describe Engineer Moran since the day he joined this department. Beyond his day-to-day example, Engineer Moran was also directly responsible for finding and rescuing a victim from a house fire on New Year's Eve. Gabriel Moran is someone who serves our community with honor and professionalism, and as such, it is my pleasure to announce him as our Bernard Glover Firefighter of the Year for 2020. Every year in the nearly 5 years I have been the chief of this department, Victor Volrath III's name has been submitted as either the firefighter or fire officer of the year. This is a direct testament to his consistent performance. Whether helping to instruct new recruits, mentoring probationary firefighters, or participating in one of the many community opportunities, Sergeant Volrath is actively involved. His positive attitude helps those around him weather serious issues, to include the 2020 pandemic. His battalion chief describes him as a go-to person in regards to shift training, and he also helps lead his shift in preparing future generations of firefighters to meet the increasing demands of this career. While not directly involved in the fire save on New Year's Eve, Sergeant Volrath's actions on that scene are a part of its success. Victor Volrath III is someone who legitimately cares about this community and everyone who serves at BFD, which is why I'm proud to announce his selection as our Mark Webb Fire Officer of the Year for 2020. Thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation and to recognize the best of us for the year 2020. I really hope that next year when we try to do this, that it would be back in person where we could invite the community to celebrate with us and along with the family members of our fire department membership that were recognized here today. Above and beyond is something that is really hard to define in a life-saving organization. But what you witnessed with the award winners from 2020 is exactly that. The members that went above and beyond to make sure that we continued our mission and that stood out and potentially even saved lives within fire conditions, which is something that you don't see all the time. Again, thank you and congratulations to everyone. They were well deserved, and again, there's many more in our department that could be awarded, and we look forward to 2021 and beyond for future awards.